Okay, so you have a card coming up, and looks pretty interesting. You got Steve Collins fighting a guy out of New York, and both of them have only one loss. What can you tell us about that matchup?
It's a tough fight. I mean, by far the toughest fight Steve's ever been in. I know the guy he's fighting, Darryl Madison, very well. I've seen him fight probably on 5 or 6 occasions. You know, he's just a very crafty, slick guy with a real big amateur pedigree. I mean, I think he won the Nationals. He won the 2-time New York Golden Glove champion, and he actually beat another fighter I worked with his last fight, Nagy Aguilera.
Right.
Who, I thought Nagy, I'll be honest, I thought Nagy would win that fight, but Darryl's a very creative, he's savvy. I mean, just very savvy, slippery, tough guy, lefty. Presents a lot of problems. Not a big puncher, but we'll see. I mean, Steve has to keep him backing up. Steve's a bigger, stronger guy. It's just going to come down to mental toughness.
And what else on the card? I guess you have Nagy Aguilera on the card.
Yeah, Nagy's fighting undefeated guy from Arkansas, Darryl. Don't remember the last name. Another Darryl. I can't think of his last name, but him and he's fighting him. The guy's 4-0, so hopefully Nagy, he needs his win. He's got to win. It's a must-win because the last fight was a huge setback. We had him a scheduled fight on Showtime. Actually, he was going to fight Tony Grano. Instead, because he lost to Madison, they put in Travis. I believe his name was Travis Kaufman. Travis Kaufman. Grano wound up winning in a tough fight. So it's a big step back for Nagy, but what are we going to do? Got to get back to the drawing board.
And you got some other local folks on the card.
Yeah, we have Tiffany Juneau, who's always comes as an exciting fight. I mean, she had a war last time with Kimberly Connor, who could not make this fight because her trainer or manager manages Jermaine Taylor, and Jermaine Taylor is fighting the same week. So if Tiffany wins this next fight, then they'll go ahead and we'll do a rematch on the next card. So.
Okay, and anybody else on the card? Any other highlights you'd like to point out?
Yeah, we have two young guys, 2 local guys. Jimmy Guzman out of Hank's Gym is fighting Edwin Solis, who's 1-0, who fought just recently. He's fighting him on those guys are 135. It should be a good fight. And then we have a heavyweight that just fought recently. Fred Taylor is going to be fighting Brad Bauer, so it should be exciting. Brad's always exciting for 1 or 2 rounds. So
big, strong guy. Yeah.
Yeah, he's huge. Yeah, it should be the Vanilla Gorilla, my favorite nickname. So.
Yeah, and so now you've actually started to put together a stable of fighters that are, I guess, under your promotional umbrella, so to speak. You've got Chris Henry and Chase Shields and a few other, and Nagy's on there.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about your efforts in building a stable of fighters, and who else, if anybody, you might be looking at.
Well, there is that's Nagy is one guy I've been working with for a long time, and Chris Henry, is a good guy. I've known him for a while. He's had some setbacks out of the ring, but hopefully, he's a world-class guy, tough guy too. But I think what I can bring to the table for these guys, a lot of the promoters can, is I have some good TV, hopefully TV outlets, and I'm working on a couple of deals right now that seem like they're going to come to fruition. So we'll see. There's a long step from negotiations to putting it in writing. So, but I'm pretty excited about some upcoming things, and that's the big obstacle for promoters right now, is to overcome getting TV, and I think that probably will separate me from most guys. Hopefully, I mean, besides the big guys, I was real proud of myself. I wound up getting Nagy a secured spot on Showtime if he would have won his last fight, but he didn't. So we have to go back to the drawing board, and hopefully maybe one of the other heavyweights or when Nagy in the future will get on Showtime. And
you're originally from New York, so it seems like maybe you have a little bit of a New York connection that's not hurting you.
No, I can't. I mean, it's New York's kind of the epicenter for media. So, and I've been gotten along well with all the guys throughout my fighting career. I've made some good friends, and hopefully, by being a nice guy once in a while, will pay off. So hopefully.
And as I mentioned, there are a lot of promoters come and go, and sometimes they only do one card. And you came out your first card and was quite well attended. Pretty much packed that whole room there at the Hilton. What I guess a lot of people that are looking to get into the fight game might be going, what's this guy doing that I'm not doing? What's the secret to his success?
I guess right now the 2 things I can think about, even in my other business, real estate. You have to think out of the box, and you got to work harder, get up earlier, work harder, and that's what I do. That's easy for me, is working hard. I mean, in my boxing, I wasn't the most talented guy, but I would pretty much I think I could outwork anybody, and I think so here too. I can, I function real well on minimal sleep, so maybe that'll help in this business. But that's it. And the other thing is networking. I mean, it's really the buzzword right now in business, and that's what we're going for in this event. And some of the feedback we got from the last event was exactly what we were shooting for. We got from a guy, Lionel Herta, who runs, I believe it's Horizontal Technologies, a big oil services company. Unbeknownst to us, he had met two oil execs that I didn't know were there, and he met them and he closed the deal. And he was nice enough to write it on our website, and we used it as a testimonial, so that's really what we've been going for.
Fantastic. Well, best of luck to you in your upcoming card, and I'm sure it's going to be exciting.
Thank you. Thanks, Kurt.
All right.